to the show, James. It's such a pleasure to have you. And we'd love to know, how did your creative journey into toy making begin?
Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate that. Let's see, my origin story. Okay, I guess I got to go back just when I first started making art. Because I first started like sculpting when I was a kid, because my parents were both potters. They gave me, I was always hanging out in the studio, messing around with clay and everything. I would always sculpt like little dinosaurs and animals, little creatures and stuff like that. It wasn't until I was about 7 years old, and it's going to sound crazy, but I started seeing things as a kid. Like I would just be like sitting on the toilet. All of a sudden, like weird kind of demonic faces would like float up out of the floor, or I'd be like hanging out in my bed, and then like weird goblin faces, ghostly sort of like apparitions, kind of like see-through, would kind of like float down out of the ceiling, and started having like weird kind of ghost things happening. And I grew up on land that was inhabited by my ancestors for like 6 generations, and the house that I grew up in was, you know, the previous generation's house that partially burned down in a fire and then got rebuilt. So there's a lot of weird energy on our property. But yeah, I saw a lot of weird stuff, and I heard a lot of weird stuff, and it influenced me. And I got really into drawing creatures and monsters and ghosts and supernatural things, and sculpting them and stuff from then on. Over the years, I've just kind of dabbled in different things. Oil painting has been the thing I've kind of stuck with the longest and done for the longest. I just kind of do that for myself, really. It's hard to make a living as a painter. So I don't really like the whole gallery scene, encompasses and everything, the fine art scene. It's not really for me. But I started making monster masks and stuff a while back, maybe 15 years ago or so now. And I was making low-budget monster movies and stuff with friends and everything. I got hired to do some special effects work for some low-budget movies, make monster suits and stuff, and really enjoyed that, sort of like bringing my creatures to life in that way. But the stress of just the film industry and everything that comes with that kind of got to me over the years. And so I quit that and just decided to get to one of my childhood obsessions and passions, which was toys, and took those big monsters and turned them into little small, handheld monsters, and just fell in love with the process. Had to teach myself a lot of it, but learned from different people, meeting different toy makers and stuff that I've looked up to over the years at conventions and stuff, and picking their brains and learning stuff. And that's the thing that I've stuck with the longest out of everything, is making the toys, because I love how you can make so many of them and reach so many people and make it affordable and everything. And so that's what's kind of kept me going in it, is just the accessibility of how my art can be accessible to people in a way it's fun and interactive.
I love the fact that this whole nice little creative fun journey from this whole childhood, and you've kept it going on, and you've been able to like pass out the joy to everybody. Like that's the real fun of being a creative person, right? That's the driver in my world.
Yes, I totally agree. We're here to connect to others. I feel like as artists, that's our purpose, to connect to other like-minded and not like-minded people in some way, either challenge or foster that good energy.
Thank you for joining Rick and myself on another episode of Origins, A Creative Journey, a DesignerCon production. Please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, download and listen to us every place you get your favorite podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Origins, A Creative Journey, all one word. Drop us an email for thoughts, ideas, or maybe somebody you'd like us to interview at dconpodcast@gmail.com. And make sure you join us in Las Vegas for DesignerCon, North America's premier annual design convention. All the information can be found, including tickets, at designercon.com. Till then, enjoy your own creative journey.